Hey friend, welcome back to the Healing Stylist. I'm your host, Corinne Weekly, and today we're just gonna jump straight into it. And today I want to talk about something that hits really hard. And it's happened to me more times than I can count. You ever have like a moment where you feel like you finally get it? Like you've had your breakthrough, you set a boundary or you forgave yourself, you chose peace, you let go of something toxic, or maybe you finally feel seen, and then, like, boom, the universe hits you with like a test, right? And suddenly someone from your past pops up, or you're triggered by something small that spirals into something big, or maybe you just start doubting everything all over again, and then, like, you get real anxious. And you're sitting there like, why now? I thought I was past this. But, this episode is for those moments because breakthroughs are real, but so are the tests that come after them. And learning how to navigate those tests might be more important than the breakthrough itself. And what inspired this topic was I've had like a couple breakthroughs within the last 2 weeks, and this weekend I was just hit with test after test. And I was like, you know what? I need to tell the people how to navigate the situation, or more so, how I navigated with my experience. And let's start by talking about what a breakthrough actually feels like. It's that moment when something clicks. Maybe after years of like people pleasing, you finally start to say no without guilt, or you realize you've been carrying pain that was never yours to begin with. That one's really that situation's pretty deep when you're carrying pain that was never yours. It can feel emotional, it can feel peaceful. Sometimes it feels like a high, like you're lighter, freer, and in the moment, it's like your soul exhaled. Breakthroughs aren't always loud, by the way. Sometimes they're quiet, like you just feel the shift in how you see yourself, a decision to stop chasing someone, a promise to your inner child. But here's what I've learned. Every breakthrough is an invitation. And that invitation says, are you ready to live for this new space? Are you ready to live from this new space? And that's where the tests come in. So let's talk about these tests. I don't believe the universe is trying to sabotage you or sabotage me or really sabotage anything, because we always be like, the universe is testing me. I don't believe in punishment energy, but I do believe that when we grow, it mirrors itself back to us. Growth has to be lived out. It's easy to say you've healed until you're in the situation and have to choose differently. So when your ex texts you, or your old boss tries to cross a boundary, or your inner critic starts talking loud again, it's not proof you're failing. It's proof you're evolving. The universe is asking, do you really believe what you just said you believe? Are you ready to act like the version of you're becoming? Or are you going to fall back into the old survival patterns? And let me be real, it is so hard. There are times I've had a breakthrough and immediately had to fight off the urge to shrink back into like my old habits. That's not a sign of weakness, that's the work. So let me share one of my own moments. And there was a time I finally forgave someone who hurt me deeply. I did the journaling, I cried it out, I did the therapy, I prayed, and I felt free. I'm not joking. 2 days later, said person reached out to me after months of silence, and all those emotions came back. I questioned whether I really healed, but the truth was I had grown. The test wasn't about the other person, it was about who I wanted to be now. And in that moment, I didn't lash out, I didn't shrink, I stayed grounded in the version of me I had just met. And that was the real test. Not the moment of peace, but the moment I had to protect it. And that was a real eye opener. So what do we do when life tests us? Like what that's the big question, right? You first pause, don't react right away. That text, that trigger, that insecurity creeping in, sit with it. Literally, let it marinate. Feel your feelings. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me about my growth? Then remind yourself of the breakthrough. Write it down, revisit it, journal entry, talk to your therapist, say the affirmations. Affirmations and manifestation is one of my biggest things. Really works for me. Because the test doesn't mean you're going backwards. It means you're being asked to embody your healing. Mm. Did you hear me, y'all? You're being asked to embody your healing and don't have to pass perfectly. Even if you mess up, it's okay. Growth is linear, it's layered, but don't ignore the moment, recognize it, and that's only half the battle. What if we started to see the test as a confirmation instead of a punishment? Yeah, that one, when I said that to myself, I was like, this is where I need to be. This is confirmation of where I'm going. So think about it. No one tests you on something you haven't studied. If you're being tested, it means you've done the work. It means you're ready to go deeper. So instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this showing me about how far I've come? The universe isn't doubting you, it's inviting you to anchor your healing, to choose peace when chaos shows up, to protect your energy when your guilt tries to creep in. Now that is powerful. I wish I had like a live audience so then we can all go together or like, clap our hands together or whatever. But so if you're in a season where you've had breakthrough, but now life feels heavy again, just hold on, friend. Just hold on. You didn't imagine your growth. You didn't lose it. You're just being asked to practice it. And I promise every time you choose yourself, you're rewriting your story. You're not going backward, you're building resilience. You're proving to yourself that this new version of you is real. So breathe. You got this, friend. You got this. The test isn't the end, it's the interrogation, and you're more ready than you think. So let me know if you want like journal prompts or affirmations. Honestly, my best friend is ChatGPT for things like this, and even the free version can give you affirmations on whatever situation you're in. I highly recommend you lean into our new technology, AI, as our new friend. It is a little weird at first, but it's gonna be the new norm. So I just want to invite you to connect with me on my socials. You can find me at the Healing Stylist Hub or Styled by Corinne on Instagram. Or you can reach out on Facebook, the same social handles. And if you're needing something a little bit more hands-on, you can check out my book on Amazon. It's called The Healing Stylist by Corinne Weekly. And it definitely has exercises, reflections, and journaling to help you break through all those boundaries you are wanting to set for yourself in your career. So if this episode resonated for you, please like, subscribe, and comment on any of these socials, preferably YouTube, because this is probably where you're listening. And until next time, stay safe.